Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, give yourself your best shot.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They go play action now. Lawrence flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. On play action, Lawrence. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Dobbins. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink.
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Dallas Goedert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now Lawrence on first down. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On second down, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goedert. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7.
Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson going down the middle, and it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Lawrence. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Jackson on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second and a yard, Lawrence going deep here for Watkins. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. That's out quickly to Bateman. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there for Philly.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He's got Watkins on the out route. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Go now. 30 base. Alpha.
Lawrence going to throw again. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Boy, you You will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 2-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Sanders. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Left side here to Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 53, Ravens 22.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, Sanders. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 50, plant.
3 buzz. 10's the mic. 10's the mic.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Trevor Lawrence keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Eagles extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun, rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go again with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this forward to the 27. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Go on.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Being chased out left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example.